Ravens flock, we finally know who the Ravens' opponent will be this weekend for the divisional round playoffs as the Ravens look to march toward their third Vince Lombardi trophy and win the Super Bowl this year out in Vegas. We know who, we know when, and of course we know where, and we even know what network. And I'm going to tell you all about it right here coming up on the Flex Zone podcast. It's the only place giving you sports how you want and when you need it. The Ravens are ready. They're preparing. How about you? How do you feel? Let me know in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the bell. Ravens coming up this weekend, divisional round playoffs. I'm going to tell you who they're playing right after this. Ravens flock, we got breaking news. We finally got the answer to the question we've been asking since the Ravens had everything locked up. We knew they were the number one seed. We knew they would have a first round bye. We knew they would be hosting the playoff games that they play in here at M&T Bank Stadium up until the Super Bowl. And we now know the Baltimore Ravens will face the Houston Texans in the divisional round this Saturday at 4:30 p.m. on ESPN and ABC. Everyone's been asking when, everyone's been asking where, everyone's been asking what channel. All of those questions have finally been answered after the Buffalo Bills defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers today. Wanted to hop on here, give you guys the breaking news, let you guys know the Ravens, the number one seed, will host the Houston Texans, the number four seed, winners of the AFC South. The Texans dominated and blew Joe Flacco off the field pretty much with the turnovers they forced, the pick sixes. CJ Stroud showing why he is the offensive rookie of the year and already, in my opinion, a top 10 quarterback and potentially has had the greatest rookie season in NFL history at the quarterback position. DeMeco Ryans is going to get a lot of love for coach of the year. Wouldn't be surprised if he won it. This team pretty much has risen from the ashes. They're young, they're hungry, they're fearless, and they're ignorant, which is a scary combination because this team doesn't know what they're in for. They don't have the experience. They don't think the moment is too big. They're just going out and playing. CJ Stroud's been in big games at the Ohio State. DeMeco Ryans won at the NFL level and at the NFL coaching level as being part of the San Francisco 49ers. And you can see the culture he's developed with himself in Houston, with offensive coordinator who will probably eventually be a head coach, Bobby Slowick. CJ Stroud is him. CJ Stroud is showing why he is the best quarterback in this draft. He will be your offensive rookie of the year. He will be one of the quarterbacks we're talking about in the AFC and the NFL with the Lamar Jacksons, with the Josh Allens, with the Patrick Mahomes. He is going to be in that upper echelon for many, many years to come. But like I said, the Ravens will face the Houston Texans this Saturday at 4:30 p.m. It's here at the M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. The road to the playoffs goes through M&T Bank. The Ravens are the number one seed. They won't have to play a neutral site or road game until the Super Bowl in Las Vegas when they get there. Now, we know the Ravens and Texans did play in week one. They defeated the Texans. The Ravens did 25-9. It was CJ Stroud's first game. He started off a little slow, but we saw in the second half, he picked it up. He started putting on a passing clinic, and he's a guy who throws darts. He can shred you. He can make all the throws, the poise, the maturity. And at this point in the season, he's really not a rookie anymore. He looks like a seasoned veteran. He has the experience. He has the wherewithal. And like I said, he's played in big games before at the Ohio State. The moment isn't too big for him. He has a coach that believes in him. He has the offensive system that works to his strengths. Nico Collins, Devin Singletary, just to name a few, even without Tank Dell. Dalton Schultz. The offensive line with Laramie Tunsil has done a pretty good job of protecting him. He's not on his back a lot. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot. These are things that the Ravens are going to have to come into this game knowledgeable of. And I think the Ravens already had a feeling they would play the winner of the Texans and Browns. And they've already started preparing for Houston. They did play them earlier in the season. Obviously, a lot has changed since week one. But the Ravens are going to have to bring their A game. There are no easy games from here on out. I think every game the Ravens are playing will play in from here on out. in the divisional round, AFC Championship game, and Super Bowl will all be close affairs. I think the Texans have a great chance to put up some points if we're not getting pressure after Stroud. But the Texans defense is going to have to contend with Lamar Jackson. Now they do have Will Anderson. Now they do have Derek Stingley Jr. They have a lot of pieces. We know about Sheldon Rankins, just to name a few. They have some pieces on defense. They can get after the quarterback, as we saw with Flacco. But Lamar's not a statue like Flacco, so they're going to have a fun time chasing him around. And it'll be intriguing to see what the receivers of the Ravens can do against these corners. But I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be a fun game. Like I said, we got a young upstart team that is going to be around for many, many years to come. They have probably the offensive and defensive rookies of the year. Will Anderson with 7 sacks out of Alabama. Good as advertised. DeMeco Ryans, coach of the year, potentially. Bobby Slowick, he's going to be a head coach in this league. If not this season, real soon. But this is all about the Ravens. The Ravens have seen what the Cowboys did this weekend. They laid an egg at home with all the hype. They couldn't get the job done. They had 2 hands around the neck. They choked. The Ravens don't want to have a repeat of that. They don't want to have a repeat of 2019. They're locked in. They've been practicing regularly. They haven't had a practice at the stadium. They, like I said, have played Houston. They're familiar with them after playing them. They have a lot of film on them from the last few weeks as they were on TV a lot. And the Ravens had scouts at the game scouting these teams, the winner of the Texans and Browns. Obviously, I'll give you a full preview a little later on. I'll give you my thoughts, my predictions. But they will play this Saturday, 4:30 p.m. on ESPN and ABC. Ravens, Texans. Obviously, the Ravens do have the decisive edge as long as Lamar Jackson is playing. But it will be interesting to see. The Ravens are going to have to get pressure on C.J. Stroud. They're going to have to make him turn the ball over. Really make him turn the ball over because we don't want him sitting back in the pocket with time, shredding us for 300, 325 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns because that is not going to be good. The Ravens, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to run the ball effectively, limit his opportunities, but also make plays, the receivers and tight ends against their corners and linebackers in the pass game. And of course, protect Lamar. Like I said, they have guys who can get after him, but we don't want Lamar getting sacked multiple times. We want to keep him upright as much as possible. Like I said, I don't think it's going to be an easy game. That 25-9 game was a lot closer than the score indicated. C.J. Stroud started turning it on in the second half. Like I said, the key for the Ravens on defense is to get pressure on him. Don't allow him to sit back in that pocket and get comfortable and get hot. Like I said, he's already arguably a top 10 quarterback in the league. I don't even think you really can argue. He's a top 10 quarterback already in the league. He'll be Offensive Rookie of the Year. As I mentioned, the Ravens are going to have to stick to their game plan, not panic. If they come out, fans, a little rusty with a couple 3-and-outs, don't panic. Let's see them stick to the game plan and not panic. Don't panic. Don't get ahead of yourselves. Obviously, I want them to start fast, but don't throw away your game plan. If you get down 3-0, if you get down 7-0, don't panic. You do what you do best. You're one of the best running teams in the league. Lamar Jackson is playing like the best quarterback in the league. He's going to be MVP. Stick to your game plan. Use the weapons that you have. Don't panic. Lamar is looking to be a passer first, but if it's not there, first read, second read, he can take off and run. Let's see what this team does. It is going to be intriguing to see how this team starts. The Texans aren't scared. They're fearless. They're not going to back down. They're going to give it everything they have. They play hard for their coach. But the Ravens, I think, will be well prepared, a lot better prepared than 2019. And we'll see what happens. I mean, the Ravens are back in the playoffs. This Saturday, 4:30 p.m. ESPN and ABC. As I mentioned, we will have a legit full preview coming later this week by Thursday since they play on Saturday afternoon. Like I said, the game will be on ESPN and ABC locally. Ravens beat the Texans 25-9, but this is a different Texans team. I think this is going to be a close game. I don't know what the spread will be, but I think I could see a 3 to 4 point margin, and it's going to be tight throughout. But can't wait to see you guys down at the bank on Saturday. Of course, we'll have a post-game show after the Ravens and Texans on Saturday evening. And as always, it's the Flex Zone Podcast, only place to give you sports how you want it when you need it. Go ahead, sack that subscribe button if you're new. We do Ravens content each and every day. Hit the like button, helps us out tremendously. Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the matchup. The game is on Saturday. Do you like Saturday football games? Do you prefer a Sunday game? What do you think about this matchup initially thinking about it? C.J. Stroud. Where do the Ravens have an advantage or disadvantage? What are some of the keys? Sound off in the comments. It's all yours. But hit the like button, hit the bell. Leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts. Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Ravens, Texans, divisional round. Ravens win, and they will advance to the AFC Championship game, and they will have it here in Baltimore. But I just wanted to break that news to you guys. Ravens, Texans, Saturday, 4:30 p.m. ESPN and ABC. It's going to be a fun one. Two of the best quarterbacks in the AFC, an upstart in C.J. Stroud, and a two-time MVP, soon to be Lamar Jackson, looking to eradicate that 1-3 playoff record. But we got all week to talk about it. We'll be live tonight for the Flex Zone podcast, previewing it with the guys. And of course, my official preview will come on later this week. Thank you guys for watching. Ravens, Texans, Saturday at 4:30. We'll see you tonight for the Flex Zone, and we'll see you later on this week for the Ravens preview and more Ravens content coming here on the channel. Welcome all our new subscribers. Thank you guys again. Let me know your thoughts. How you feeling? Ravens Nation, let's get it done.